So now we're going to go to our sign up page design tab. And we're going to build in the button that allows us to check out and go into Stripe. So here, what I want to do is we already have this little element here in the front, which is perfect. So I'm just going to say sign up, and I'm going to add $50 a month there to the checkout. And I'm just going to delete these inputs. I'm going to make the sign up group min height 0. And let's change the button to say go to checkout. Now what we're going to do is when I click go to checkout, I'm going to start a workflow. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the workflow currently, start a new workflow. What we're going to do is we can go to plugins. We can go to the Stripe Create Checkout Direct Charge. And here you can see, because we made these parameters not private, so if we go back to the plugin, we can see these are not private, which means we can edit them in our workflow. So here we have our subscription. We're going to keep that as subscription. These are the defaults, but you can change them if you want. We have the cancel URL. The customer email, we can do insert dynamic data, current user's email. Payment payment method, we're going to keep as card. Customer, we're going to leave that blank. We're going to leave that blank for now. Subscription. If we go to our plugin, we can see that what this is the subscription data trial period days. Let's go ahead and leave that blank for now. But if you wanted to add a subscription free trial, you could put in 7 as an example. Just going to leave that blank. Allow promo codes. We're going to leave that as true. I think it's nice to have that option. And then here we go. Body line items. This is going to be something where we're going to set this up in a way that it's easy for you to add in custom values in the future. So just as an example, let's say you have in your database a list of prices here, and you don't want to hard code it in. The way to do that is, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and just copy that in the line items. I'm going to delete it, insert dynamic data, and type arbitrary text. And now in this text, I'm going to paste that in. But what we could do is I'm just going to show you what I could do. I'm not going to do it right now, but I could delete that, insert dynamic data inside this code, and I could do a search for products and add in the correct price ID. It's going to go back. So we have that price ID come in. Here we go. So this is the price ID hard-coded in, and that's fine because right now we only have one price ID. But you could do the same thing with quantity and have some logic that's going to dynamically change the quantity based on what users are doing on your app. So anyway, here we go. We have the text. I'm going to close it. And then we want to do, and this was a little tricky for me when I was first building this out, is we need to have another step here, which is going to be navigate, go to page. Oh, sorry, not go to page. We're going to navigate, go to an external website. And the destination is Rizzolo Step 1's body URL, the body URL. So we're going to go to the URL that's generated. So step 1 only generates the URL. Step 2 will allow us to go to that checkout page. All right, so now let's go back to our app. Let's just preview this sign up page here. So we have sign up at $50 a month. We can go ahead and say, go to checkout. It's going to load. It's going to take us to Stripe checkout. So here we go. So this is the Stripe page that was automatically created based on that, based on that API call that we made. You can see we have the promotion code available. We have our amount per month. And what I'm going to do is, so email, actually, this is an interesting thing to note. Because I am not logged in right now in that test account, email is going to be blank, which is fine for now. But later on, we will set it up so you have to be logged in. But here, I'll just go ahead and put email. And if I just do It doesn't really matter, actually. I'm just going to do a test email. So card information, when you're testing out Stripe in test mode, you just do 424242 all the way down the line. So here you can see I filled out 424242 all the way down the line. The expiration date can be any date in the future, and then you can have any three numbers for the confirmation code. The name doesn't matter in the test mode, and zip code doesn't matter either. So I'm just going to go ahead and click subscribe. So it's going to process it. It's going to successfully process it, and then it's going to send me back to our Bubble app. Cool. And here we are. We're back on the Bubble app, and it looks the same. But if we go to our URL and we go up to the top, we can see there's a session ID here. And here we can see the session ID is pulled in. So now we have that information here in our Bubble app, and I'll show you how to use that information to check with Stripe that it was actually successful and add that information about that successful transaction to our user. But if we take a step back now, we learned how to use the API connector and set up our own custom API call. We learned how to set that up in Bubble, go to checkout, have a successful checkout, and go back to our Bubble app.
If you want the full tutorial on how to build a Linktree clone using Bubble, go to nocode.mba or click the link in the description. You'll also be able to access other tutorials on how to build with no-code tools, so click that link in the description now.